guys, Tony Porter with a little Field Day Baseball. This is Tabletop Baseball Digest. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more action. Check out my latest video on iScore, The Ugly Truth. Let's look at a little bit of Field Day and almost a chartless game. Pretty much everything comes off one card, so it's really easy to focus. And I've just played an inning. We're in the second inning. I'm using Digital Diamond Baseball to keep track of all my stats and inputting my the gameplay as it goes. It's Howard Johnson. He's at the plate. On the mound will be, let me go over that quickly. On the mound it is Bob Nepper. It's the Mets at Houston in 1987. It's my Mets replay. I'm going to start a couple other replays with this game. Just got to buy some PDFs. And it's Howard Johnson at the plate. I just want to time, so it's 10:20 a.m. Not exactly, of course. And I'm not okay. Just turned 10:21. Let's see. Howard Johnson's up now. I'll have a disclaimer in a minute. 32. So that's probably going to be a hit. Yes, it is. So what kind of a hit? That's going to be a ground ball and through the left side into to Cruz out in left field. So Hojo's on at first. He will not steal on this one, but it's it's Santana. All right, here's a pitch to Rafael Santana with a 32, another 32. That's a line base hit. An X will go to third. I don't know that Howard Johnson is an X, so he hustles over to third base. We got first and third. Yeah, well, obviously, if you don't have any hits, the innings go by super fast. So with a bunch of hits, even with hits, it'll go by pretty fast. But we're going to probably have a run score here. Let's try that again. A 1B double star. He goes over to third, and it's going to be Ron Darling. And I'm going to bunt here. I'm going to hold the runner at third. And I'm going to, you know what? And I'm going to bunt here, sacrifice bunt, Santana to second. But hold the runner at third. See what happens. And we have a 3, so that is going to be a good bunt. He's 5 bunting, so anything less than that is good. So it's a sacrifice hit, runner on third, holds, runner on first, safe. That did not work. One more time. Sacrifice hit, runner, holds. Okay, that should be it. No. Yeah, okay, I was inputting I was forgetting to input who fielded the ball. So here is the top of the order for the Mets. It is Wilson. Got runners on second and third now with that bunt, 1 out. And Nepper gets a sign from Ashby. And Mookie Wilson. We will be allowing a run to score here. Not going to bring the infield in. It's just not worth it, especially with 1 out. 13, and that's a fly ball left field, shallow left field. In comes Cruz. And there will be no chance to tag up. So that's 2 away now. So will the Mets get out of this inning? We'll see. And Tim Tuffle's up. Tim Tuffle had a pretty good season. Here's the pitch. And that is a 16. And it looks like that's lifted to center. And that will be all. So the Astros leave a couple men stranded. And we go to the bottom of the second. Let's see how this inning goes. It is Ron Darling on the mound for the Mets. And here's the pitch. Oh, it's a 66. That's going to be a deep drive to right. And Strawberry back to the track. And gone. Goodbye. Home run. Kevin Bass. He did hit 19 home runs that season in 87. Jose Cruz is next. 1-0 Astros. That's a 33. And that'll be lined and caught in center field. So ripped to center field and caught. Because Darling's hit number is at 2 and we rolled 3 or higher. So it's an L8. Ashby's next. Yeah, the pitch from Darling, 14, will be bounced to short. Santana. In time. And Craig Reynolds. Shortstop. And that's 63, which will be a swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. And that retires the side. So 1-0 Astros. And it's Keith Hernandez. with a 32, and that'll be a chopper, and that's going to be past the diving door at second base into right field. So that's a hit for Keith Hernandez. Next up is Gary Carter. Pitch to Carter, 65, and that's a fly ball center field. 1 out. Darryl Strawberry bats from the left side, comes to the plate, got good power. 18 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch of Strawberry, and that's going to be a 55. Oh boy, that is a deep drive to right, way back, and that ball is gone. 2-run shot. Darryl Strawberry makes his way around the bases. That is his 19th home run of the season, and the Mets are up in front 2-1. So that 55, he cranks one and hits it deep. Now Nepper gives up a lot of home runs in that season. So here's Kevin McReynolds with 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 Mets, and that's a 65. That's going to be a fly ball deep center field. And backing up is Young, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And here's Hojo. Howard Johnson also having a great season, 17 home runs. How many RBIs? 50 RBIs so far, halfway through the season. It's a 52, and it's going to be a chopper that second baseman gets to. Tough play. It's going to throw to first, and we're going to check for the throwing error on Doran. And he is a throwing error of 11, and we roll a 66, so that's the opposite of 11. So he will not make a throwing error, but it's going to be he's safe at first, so it's going to be a single with the possibility of a throwing error. I don't know how much I really need that sort of play, because it seems like the throwing error possibilities are very low compared to the botching the ground ball. That's very usually where it should be. But throwing errors, it seems that they don't make as many throwing errors as they make balls, off the glove type thing. Anyway, I wish it could be worked into the game system a little bit more fluidly than having to roll for that when it never really comes up. You could ignore it and just, do, I don't know. But it doesn't have much of an effect. Here's Santana now with a runner on first and 2 outs. The pitch, and it's a 52, and again the same roll, so that's going to be an infield single. No, it's liner to left. Now will Cruz botch it? So if he botches it, then really it goes against what I just said, right? That it never has an effect. It's a 14 or less, so 11, 12, 13, 14. He will botch it. So let's see, and it is off his glove for an error. That goes to show you how much I know. All right, so it's going to be runner 0 goes 1 extra base on an error 7. Let's see if that'll work. Yes, it does work. Wow, I'm getting better at this helper. So all you need is a little time. You practice and you relax, and don't worry about mistakes, and don't freak out, and you'll be very, very happy with the results. Here is Ron Darling now. We got 2 outs, second and third, so it's going to be a single to left. Cruz botches it and goes off his glove, has to quickly regroup and gets it in quickly to Walling at third to keep Johnson from scoring. But Johnson does go first to third on this, and it's Ron Darling with second and third. See what happens. Here's the pitch from Nepper. See if you can get Darling. That's going to be a 62. And not even a strikeout, because Nepper is not a strikeout pitcher, so it'll be a bouncer to second base. Easy play for Doran, and that retires the side. So that's a little taste of field day baseball. This is my 1 season right now. I will get a bunch of other seasons because it has so much depth, yet you can have a 30-second inning, which is really the best of both worlds, right? I think it's not about speed, and this is my disclaimer. It's not ultimately about speed. We're trying to enjoy the game. It's not about rushing through it. But ultimately, it's about the experience and the excitement of the performances, and just the calmness and the tranquility, which kind of has that effect on us while we roll this dice. And and retreat into our imaginary world. Um, and I think that this kind of captures the best of both worlds, where it allows the depth so we can visualize, but at the same time, it plays fast and furious to where there's not a lot of uh, a lot of kind of interference. That's the word I was looking for. Not a lot of interference with the charts. Yeah, I really struggle now with games where I have to roll, get a result, look at a chart, then possibly look at some modifications on a chart, and then now calculate it all, and then come back and input, whether it's on paper pencil or whether it's on an online helper. Um, Regardless, I think it's intrusive, right? It's intrusive in the flow of the game. It's almost like those, the commercials in a way. And when you really sit down and watch TV, sometimes the commercials are just too long, and it kind of, where were we? What was going on? You lose the competition, and those, player against player conflicts that are going on, and the excitement of the game when we go to a long extended commercial. So anyway, I just want to show you a little taste of field day baseball and get a sense. You watch my videos, so you basically know if you lean towards my approach, or if you're one of those diehards that you started with a game in the '60s, and you're gonna die with that game in your hand. If you're one of those, I'm not gonna have much of an influence on you. But I believe that if you're kind of in between, I will have a positive influence on you, and but at least it's something to think about, right? Thanks for watching. Tony Porter. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Take care. Field Day Baseball.